So, hello everybody. My name is God's Will, and this is director's commentary on Smile music video. Let's go. Well, this is director slash cinematographer's commentary on Smile music video. All right, let's go. That started? Oh, it started already. Yeah, so this quote or this caption, Tevon, Yadi the Prince, was freestyling in his car to some of my instrumentals, and he coined this statement. So that's why I left it in quotes. That's why I left it in quotes, because as I edited the video, I left it in quotes because it's, because I was kind of like honoring him because he coined it. So we just put it in the video. This is a God's Will production. I might put that period where he was freestyling, where he said this.
Let's go. Yeah. This is a God's Will production. The devil about to get abducted.
Just so y'all know. And of course, this is in the Airbnb. I wanted this sad moment to have a very ugly look, because I was also the colorist for this project. I wanted it to be very ugly. I don't know if I achieved that, but I think yellow is a very gunky look. So that was the color we went for. And yeah, this is in the Airbnb. This is probably 2 a.m. at this point. Brother Daniel is the one behind the camera, and we're shooting through the toilet, the restroom. What do you call it out here? Bathroom. The bathroom, shooting through there, and yeah. So that's that. We go in. Even though this is a Samsung Fold, I'm using Apple's Apple's alarm tone. I hope that's okay. I hope that's, if you know exactly. Hope that's okay. And of course, now the morning prayers are at 5:15, but this is at 5:45 because it's always been 5:45 before it changed to 5:15. So that's why I left it there. Yep. Yeah, and we pray in the mornings in our church with our pastor by 5:45 to 6, 15 minutes. Then we join Pastor Chris to pray from 6 a.m. to 6:15 every other day, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Yeah. Yeah, so basically, I'm supposed to. I mean, when again, as I was talking, like I was saying in the interview that the sit down that we did, I have been in that place in my life where I'm not really praying. I'm not reading my Bible. I'm not going to church. I'm not responding to the calls from my leaders and all of that. So this was supposed to basically simulate that, where I don't want to join the prayers. I want to sleep, I don't want to join the prayers. So I snooze the alarm and I go straight back to sleep. So that's what's happening here.
Don't be out there crying.
Oh yeah. Hear them guys.
A smile on your face.
Their first music video. Look at him. Look at Tavon looking like a hero. That is amazing. Yeah, of course, this is at Domino Park, and these guys are freezing. Were they really feeling cold? I don't even know. They have superhuman bodies. But Brother Daniel was freezing. Yeah, he was cold, and I was feeling bad for him, honestly. We didn't really see this coming because, again, we were supposed to shoot the story part that day, but then the our timing just didn't work out. Our actor called out, so we just had to do this on the fly. And yeah, I love the colors here, the colors I was able to achieve here as well. All right, let me just talk about the aspect ratio. I shot this in two aspect ratios. First is 239 and 143. I left. I thought about using one aspect ratio for everything, but 239 just worked for these landscape scenes because it's really wide. I wished I shot scope. Scope is 2x anamorphic. Well, scope is anamorphic, but I wanted to shoot 2x anamorphic if I had the chance. It was a lot of challenges. Anamorphic lenses are more expensive to rent as well. Couldn't really get my hands on them. The camera that we used, our main camera, there's no one camera. The camera we used had an EF mount. The anamorphic lenses from the rental houses have PL mounts. And it was just a lot of challenges. I would have achieved that widescreen aspect ratio I was going for with the anamorphic lens very easy. It would have even expanded the sensor. I love the idea of expanding sensors. I really, really love it because my sensor is a Super 35 sensor. There's a standard, but many companies cut their sensor sizes differently. My Ursa, this was shot in the Ursa 4.6K G1, a camera that a lot of people are sleeping on. It's very relatively affordable online, but that's the one I have. That's what we shot this on. And so my sensor size is 25.34 millimeters by 14.25 millimeters. And that's not exactly 4 perf Super 35 sensor, Super 35 film size, but it's just a little bit under, more like 3 perf-ish. So to get 239 from that, I had to sacrifice some at the top and some at the bottom, which gives me like 25.34 by 10 point something millimeters. I don't like cropping in on my sensor, or I don't like sacrificing my sensor size because it's Super 35. It's small enough, and I had to chop in some more, So scope, proper anamorphic lens would have let me keep my my vertical while still expanding the sensor out horizontally, which gives it a different aspect ratio. But then you crop in and you come in. But that would have worked. That would have worked perfectly. And of course, I would have probably gotten more interesting bokeh as well. But that didn't work, so I had to crop in. But so it's very interesting how just cropping in from 16:9 gives you this feeling of widescreen. It's very interesting. If I showed you this shot in 16:9 and I showed you the same from 239, it's very different. It's different, And so that was what I went for this. All the story shots are in 143. I am obsessed. Well, I don't want to say obsessed. I'm very fascinated by IMAX, especially IMAX aspect ratio. Just IMAX in general. It's IMAX. It's a film camera. The film that goes into an IMAX camera is the largest in sensor size context, the largest motion picture compared to all sensor sizes and all of that. IMAX is the largest motion picture field of view. Yeah, field of view, I would say, for motion picture. And if you know the math properly, you would be able to. If you know the math and you know the right lens, you can simulate you can get the same field of view on a smaller, on a cropped sensor, or a smaller size sensor. If you have the right lens, you can get the same field of view of an IMAX, as if you shot on IMAX. If you have the right method, you have the right lens. So that's what I tried to do with the 143, shots. That's the story part, which we will get to. If I can just play this and keep the video moving. Yeah. The water scene. Yeah, so this was the shot I was talking about with the. I shot. This was an 85 millimeters sensor, very far away, and it's giving this water wall, if you will, and the water is moving very steady, very smooth. It's almost mesmerizing, and like Dara said, it's like a green screen, but it's not. Of course, the rails give it away, but it's a very beautiful shot. When I saw this, I was like, I can retire. This is a very beautiful shot. And the water as well, the blue is giving. Sister Inrich actually said that a lot of the shots are very far away, and I can understand that. I wish we got more close-ups, but I mean that day was already looking like it wasn't going to be productive anyway. So we just did, we just did. Maybe on the next music video we'll get more close-ups. How about that? I'm gonna get in your face. I'm gonna get in your face. I'm gonna get in your face. Okay. All right. Let me tell you something. Of course, the kids that Tavon was talking about, they saw us shooting, asked if they could join, and they did. Then they stayed for a little bit, and then they left. I wish I could have showed more of them, but it is well. It is well. Just say that. So these are the 143 shots. Mixing two different aspect ratios in one video is a little tricky. It's very tricky. So I had to render this in 16:9, and then the shots themselves. So I graded this in two different timelines. I rendered this in 16:9, then the shots themselves that are 239 and 143 are natively that way because I cropped them that way, and I brought them in a 16:9 timeline, and so that's how they look. So they come in like this. So the 143 achieves the full width, the full height, and then the 239 achieves the full width. So we're alternating between. I really love IMAX's 143 aspect ratio. It's just cinematic to me. I like it. It just works for me. So I'm gonna be shooting more in 143. Best believe. And also, should I say it? And also, I'm gonna be making, if the Lord tarries, the first, if someone doesn't beat me to it, but the first Christian film shot in IMAX, because why not? We own the world. The world is ours. I'm going to be shooting a Christian film in IMAX 70 mil. Best believe it's going to happen. So I love this aspect ratio. It's beautiful. One, and just like I said in the sit down, one of the things that helped me play this well is I was sleepy. I was very sleepy. So that helped. Very sleepy, so that helped. And also I was channeling some of the memories from back then, to make it work as well. And let me make sure I highlight the cinematographer here. In the reverse shot for this, because we were, because of the space we had a very big camera. In the behind the scenes, you'll see. We tried to make it work. The reverse shot, we're trying to make it work, but it wasn't really working. So Brother Daniel had me look off of the mirror. So I'm not really looking at the mirror. I'm looking more towards the camera a little bit, but not directly at the camera, just to make it work. So that's his artistry. I just want to call that out. So that's how we get this reverse shot of me. That's just facts. God gives plenty of love. Showering from the sky. Yep. Yeah, the guys already spoke about this scene. We got the fake weed, pizza. So I'm just, and I'm not. I'm just. He is not. Things are just happening to him. It's not really happening. He has no goals, no vision, just existing at this point, So that's what's happening here. And you will see blessings for the rest of your days. Stressing ain't the way to living at all. God will pick you up every time that you fall. So pick your head up and be strong as you can. Of course, they just spoke about Brother Enoch. Amazing leader, amazing person. I was going to put his full name, Enoch Chusubira. Finally said it. But the guy said no. So I couldn't put his full name. I think we're thinking of putting Pastor Enoch as well, but I don't know if that's gonna be a good idea. But yeah, so that's Brother Enoch. He's basically calling because, well, he didn't call. Should I talk about that? This is Brother Daniel calling. This is Brother Daniel calling, but I changed his name on my phone to Brother Enoch. And I had to change a lot of things to make it work. So Brother Daniel calling my phone. So basically, Brother Enoch is calling because haven't been in church. Well, he hasn't been in church in a long while. So he's calling, and I'm not trying to pick up that call because I don't want to talk to anybody from church. And it's also something I noticed in my life. I didn't want to talk to anybody from church when I was in that state. And I'm sure many people can relate to that. I'm sure. Yeah. Jesus got your back, he's your father and friend. The feeling is the vibe you bring. Just know joy is nothing less than king. A love like queen, you can see in my own white gleam. If yours a little dim, you still the team. Get to the cream, smile for me now. Show them what you mean. Of course, all of this, Brother Daniel is behind camera. All of these, 1 for 3 shots. Part of that wiping my face was authentic. That was organic. I was sleepy, tired, everything. You got everything that you need. Smile for me now. Smile. Smile on the wall. I thought smiling was a part of your style. Don't stop now. Smile for me, child. Just smile with me. And just smile again. I love this. I love what they did there. He gets down, and then the artist who mixed this song, he added that little fade out, if you will, and everyone gets down. It just works. It just works. And it gets down like this, and he points at it. That was really cool. That was cool. Of course, Rhapsody Realities. It's a supernatural book. We say it's one of the wonders. Was there Healing Streams we say that about, or is it Rhapsody? But it's one of the wonders of the world. This book has brought people back to life, for real. It's not ordinary. So this is a daily devotional that we read every day, that our man of God unfailingly prepares the consistency. And if anything will bring you out of that darkness, it would be that. So that's why I put it in the video. So basically, I am in this at this point. At this point, he is empty. He's empty, you know. So he's trying to. So he gets a Rhapsody, and he is kind of hesitant to read it. And then you're gonna see now he snatches it because it's like an inner conflict, inner struggle. Eventually, Rhapsody wins and snatches it, and he opens it to read it. Tevon talked about this shot. Not so far. Yeah, I love this shot too. That's why I let it hold for a little bit, and he just did that, you know, and it just works. I love the look we were able to achieve, and the building was lit, so that really helped. And the silhouette is just perfect. You know, you can make out David with his hat. David loves his hats. Goodness gracious, loves his hats, and yeah, love the shot. I'll show you my favorite shot from this music video. It's not this one, but it's coming. It's coming. Of course, Rhapsody Realities. He's trying to say something there. So in that shot with the Rhapsody there, my eyes, if you notice, my eyes began to close a little bit, and I actually fell asleep at that moment. Where Brother Daniel was on camera, probably thought I was channeling some emotion or whatever, but I fell asleep. I actually fell asleep. I woke up fell asleep for like 2 minutes, and I woke up, you know, and I realized we're still shooting. Maybe like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. at this point. But of course, I wanted to get this shot of prioritized church attendance. That's the main message, really. That's the main message. So basically, you know, he picks up Rhapsody. The first page he opens is, I think that's the third Rhapsody topic. Went too far. Sorry about that. Went too far. March 25. March 3rd, I think. It's not really clear from here. I think that's Monday 3rd. Anyway, so the first page he opens is this. So it's like the Holy Spirit speaking to him to go to church, to return back to church. You know, and in the scripture there, Hebrews 10:25, there to anchor that. And he reads it and is like convicted, you know. And the whipping, that's Repka's shot right there. Whipping. The man was whipping. My favorite shot. My favorite shot right there. This is my favorite shot from this music video. This is my favorite shot from this music video. And this aspect ratio, it's my favorite shot from this music video. It just fills the screen perfectly. When I was I don't know how to storyboard. When I was shot listing, I had this shot in mind, and this came out exactly as I envisioned, it's just perfect. It's my favorite shot right here. Of course, this is nice too. But that one's my favorite shot. This aspect ratio, it just works for me. Yep. Goes to church. Apparently, our church is very close to the post office, so I couldn't really hide it. I'm sure you can do some VFX or whatever, but I didn't want to deal with that. You know, so our church, Christ Embassy Manhattan, I've been going there for almost 5 years now, and I still go there from Queens all the way to Harlem, all the way. You know. Yeah, so the idea is he gets to church finally, but then he hesitates to go in because there's going to be a lot of people asking, where have you been? What happened to you? All these questions, which they're right to ask because they haven't seen you, they miss you, they love you. But so that's the hesitation right there. And David's voice comes in cue. Look what the Lord has done for you, you know. And then he opens it, and then he goes in. Everything on cue, you know. Oh, the things that joy will make you do, and you go into the church. The things that joy will make you do. Yeah, so it just works. So one says, yeah. Yeah, so the one says, yay, the door's closing, so he went to church finally, you know. It's smiling a while. I thought smiling is a part of your style. I love this shot too. Just smile, my friend. And you can smile again. Well, if it's for your information, I guess, we had different versions of the song, some with ad libs, some without. So Tavon's lips were there were some ad libs that he was actually responding to here, so that's why it didn't match here. Because a lot of people were telling me that some of the words, the lips didn't match sometimes, not all the time. Just wanted to say that. So this is another day after he's gone to church, comes full circle now. Now he's sleeping on another day, different outfit. The look is cleaner. It's white, so it's pure now. So it's not polluted, and he is now in 239, or he's in 239 now, not 143, because that aspect ratio was for that period, but now, you know, much more wider, you know. Smile, my friend, and you can smile again. Smile for me now. That's Pastor Joyce. So of course the alarm goes off again, sleeping in another day. And of course, can't forget our cinematographer, Brother Daniel, is literally standing over me on the bed, holding a camera that weighs, I'd say, about 24 pounds on his shoulder, and he's holding that over me, you know, at 3 a.m. or something. And that was not easy. We don't have the grip to suspend the camera in on the bed like that, so we had to DIY. We had to come up with something. So that was not easy to do. And we had to make sure our gear is tightened properly so it doesn't fall on my face, you know. So shout out to him. This was not easy to do, you know. Brother Falabi, Sister Carol, Sister Becca, Pastor Faith, Sister Marcella, Chaplain Brenda, Sister Pat, Brother Austin, Sister Cami. All the smiles we got a long time ago. I know her name. Sister, goodness gracious. Sister Lydia. Sister Lydia, this is Brother Emmanuel. This was the first smile we actually got. I always knew Brother Emmanuel was always up for it. He's always up for it, you know. This was the first smile we actually got ever. So I was gonna make him come first, but then in our ministry we have order of appearance and hierarchy. So you know, but first smile we actually got was his. Yeah. Sister Snell, Sister Hawa, Sister Anna, Sister Marvel, and the wonderful Sister Muelu. Wonderful smile. So I wake up and I smile. So the smile is, it's supposed to like complete the circle, cycle. So after the whole thing, I read the rap. I went to church. I'm smiling now. Basically, the smile is also supposed to represent like, because this is 5:45 again. It's another day. So the smile is supposed to be like, okay, he's gonna join the prayers too, as well. So it's like a coming full 180 with it. So that is pretty much it. People say it's a half smile. Look, man, this is 3 a.m., okay? Please. It's 3 a.m. I have to watch for the camera not to follow my face. Brother Daniel is tired. Brother Daniel's arms are crying. Tavon is asleep right now. David is doing behind the scenes. Bro, it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. So look, forgive the half smile if it's a half smile, okay? Please. All right? Cut some slack, and then we have the gratitudes. I didn't want to have a black background. James Gunn usually has very interesting credits background, so I wanted to put something different. And I remember I got some stills, well, not stills, but got some shots of the water with nobody in it. So that's what I just looped it over as the credits were rolling. And I wanted to really thank everybody for everything, directly and indirectly. So that is the long director's commentary. And thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.